Welcome to the Astrotherapy podcast. I am your host, Ciela Winter, and I am thrilled to dive deep into the inner realms of provocative thought while discovering an array of astrological and psychological insights to accompany us on this quest of self-inquiry. Blessings on this cusp of the winter solstice. I love this time of year. I suppose I am more of an introvert, and this is kind of our season. But for everyone, this is such a potent invitation. So today, the question is, are you afraid of the darkness? Because this time of year offers you a very potent, a very powerful reflection if you're daring enough to witness yourself on the cusp, the in-between. It's in these moments that the veil is thinner and we are less apt to choose self-deception. That is, if our heart is aligned with the truth. And that in itself takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of effort to not only align our heart with the truth, but to know the alignment of our heart. And if our heart is not in that particular alignment, it's best to start reconsidering. So, all of this to say that this doesn't mean that this time is easy. It means that it has the potential to be very raw and blazingly authentic. The winter solstice is known as a crescendo of sorts of darkness, at least in the Northern Hemisphere. And yet it is also the opening to the expansive light ahead. The medicine of December 21st runs deep within the archetypal and primal veins of our journey as humans, in collaboration with the vast power of the royal luminaries, the sun and the moon. And both of them remind us of our ancient story as we annually exhale into the longest night and inhale into the rebirth of light. This is a threshold crossing, and it's one of deep contemplation and a call for honesty with ourselves. When facing the mirror of the longest night of the year, the invitation is to see what needs to be known and to let go of what cannot be brought into the frequency of the new. Fear is a natural response to what is unknown. It does protect you. However, it can also debilitate you. And for many, it has become a default reaction, an excuse to stay nestled into limiting beliefs and a smallness that just isn't true. Fear can also be an excuse or kind of a residue of laziness, because to move beyond it, to get to what's on the other side of it, takes energy, focus, sometimes discipline, rigor, tenacity, sometimes a little audacity. So how many times have you been so afraid, only to eventually face the fear and realize that the imagined terror was underwhelming? And if you transcended a relevant fear, worthy of respect, you know the kind, then the courage that you garnered was well worth it, perhaps even life-changing. Mercury is now retrograde, indicating a cozier cocoon of introspection and pause, perfect for this season and timely as we close out a powerful year deserving of retrospective revelation. This is the time to make some tea, grab your journal, and explore your inner world through inquiries such as, what have you learned this year? And you could write it on the top of your journal. What have I learned this year? What can I apologize for to clean up my karmic wake? What can I apologize for? And then you can also take action on those apologies. Where can I adjust my vision to enhance the walk ahead into 2024? This is where we start the refinement process. If there is unfinished business to attend to, take note of it and bring your warmest gesture toward resolution. It's not too late. Now is the time. Jupiter blesses the winter solstice with a gift of promise and abundant momentum ripening into the spring equinox. We will feel this certainly when Jupiter goes direct on December 30th. So we're kind of carrying the torch from 2023 into 2024 with a direct Jupiter, which is powerful and wonderful. Mercury, on the other hand, goes direct on January 1st, so that will have an imprint. And the first few weeks of January will have a slower kind of healing from moving beyond, kind of gathering ourselves from whatever chaos ensued with Mercury retrograde. Although I love this Mercury retrograde for all the reasons that we're discussing now, because it really brings us into a deeper reflection that we just typically wouldn't get to without it. So now is the time to revel in the knowing of what is possible within your heart and allow yourself to dream it into reality. Jupiter's got your back and is igniting your dreams. You've worked hard to get here, and there will be more tests, challenges, and growth opportunities ahead. So take rest, surrender the effort, and trust in the merits unfolding from within you. The next year is a bright one, so pay tribute to your fertile ground that lives inside the darkness. Let's take a few deep breaths and feel into the potency of this moment. All my best to you, and please receive the peace of my heart that lives inside these words.